Hey guys, well it is GWC season for NHL 22, and I thought I'd put together a video that would break down all of the relevant info for anyone looking to compete in this year's Gaming World Championship. So if you're a new player to the GWC, this is the video for you, and anyone that's returning, I'll go over all of the format changes that are going to be happening this year. Alright, let's begin with registration, guys. I'm going to handle the North American side of things in this video, so let's start there. Registration for this year's Gaming World Championship is now live. If you visit the Battle5 website, link will be down below. You can go ahead and sign up and register for your console. Alternatively, if you load into HUT, you will see the QR code on one of the main banners for NA Week 1 qualifiers. If you use that QR code, it will bring you to the same spot. So let's begin with the format changes. Now this year, because of the new gen game being released, there will be 4 different qualifiers. One for PlayStation 4, one for PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X will all have brackets. Now how do you qualify for the 64-person bracket on your console? It's going to work a lot like HUT Champions. So once you register for the Gaming World Championship for Week 1, which begins March 16th and will run until March 20th, that will be the first qualifier, and again, will begin at midnight on that Wednesday for March 16th. What you'll do is you'll go into Hockey Ultimate Team and you will see Gaming World Championship NA Qualifier 1, and you will get a collectible in your inbox a few days prior for the Gaming World Championship once you have registered. If you have registered but have not received your collectible, guys, it is coming. Again, you will get it a few days before the actual open qualifiers. It will be 25 games instead of the standard 20 from HUT Champs, and it will be win-based. So if you go 25-0 on any console, you will more than likely finish first overall. If there is another 25-0 player, it'll be based on your skill rating. So the better players you play on route, that will have a determination in tiebreakers. So again, the first online qualifier, if you are placed inside the top 32, you will be guaranteed in that bracket, and it has bigger stakes. You want to qualify Week 1. When you register for the GWC, you will have a set preferred team, your favorite team. And what that will determine is that you are going to be in that club qualifier once you hit that round of the tournament. So if you finish first overall and your favorite team is the Toronto Maple Leafs, you will be guaranteed the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, if you finish second overall, for example, and the first place player picked the Toronto Maple Leafs as their preferred team, and you chose Toronto as your favorite team, you will be given a random team, and it will go in order until all 32 teams have a representative or a potential representative. The following week, beginning on March 23rd, that will be the second qualifier to determine the remaining 32 players out of 64 that will compete in the first round. It will not matter which team you set as your preferred team, as you will be given a random player that finished inside the top 32 as your first round opponent. Now, once that is all said and done, on April 9th, for the Xbox side of things, so Xbox One and Xbox Series X, the first round will take place, and that will determine each club's representative on each console. So, for example, if you finish first overall and you pick the Toronto Maple Leafs as your favorite team, you will be in the match to determine who is the Toronto Maple Leafs qualifier on your console. You will be matched up with a random player from the second week of qualifiers, so technically ranked 33rd all the way down to 64, and you will play a single elimination best of 3 to decide who is going to represent that NHL team and who is going to move on to the next round. Alright, so once we are down to our 32 team representatives, it will be seeded based on how you finished in the open qualifiers, meaning that if you finish first overall on your console in Week 1 and you won your team's qualifier, meaning that you chose Toronto and you won your series to be the Toronto Maple Leafs representative, you will then play the next team qualifier's lowest ranked player. So if someone in Week 2, let's say they finished 64th and they qualified 32nd in Week 2, and they won the Pittsburgh Penguins team qualifier, you would then play that player in the second round. It will then go on and on. So if you finish first overall, it is very important to finish as high as possible in Week 1 because you will get the easiest matchup. So the round of 32 will take place as well until we have only 16 players remaining. That'll be on that first day of competition. The same thing will happen on the PlayStation side of things the very next day on April 10th. So we will find out our club representatives, and they will each play their next series until we are down to 16 players on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. On April 23rd, the Xbox side of things will continue. We will get rounds 3 and 4, which will take us from 16 all the way down to our final 4 on each console. The very next day, PlayStation will run their matches, and again on PS4 and PS5, we will determine who our Final Four is on those consoles. So there will be a total of 16 players left after those dates in total on all 4 consoles. Now, all of these matchups will take place on Battlefy's website. The only portion that will take place inside of the NHL video game will be those first open qualifiers that happen in March. Every single round will be a single elimination best of 3 as well. Now, once we are down to our Final 4 on each console, 16 total, they will enter the Hut Draft. All 16 players will draft their teams that they will use for the remainder of the competition. So you will draft 25 players in total, 12 forwards minimum, 6 defensemen, and 2 goaltenders with 5 on the bench. And again, it will be a list of players that EA and the NHL select. This personally is one of my favorite things to watch, to see which players go after which players, because there is playstyles and things that will come into place. The Hut Draft will take place on April 30th. And then beginning on May 14th, the Xbox One and Xbox Series X semifinals will take place. Each week we'll have a following competition until we are down to our final 8 players. All 8 of those players, 2 from each console, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X, they will all lock up their spots for the grand finals, which will happen on July 7th in Montreal at this year's NHL entry draft. Everyone, I'm ecstatic about an in-person finals again. It has been too long, and it is awesome to watch this competition live. All right, now let's talk about what players are playing for this year. So, if you can make it to the Final 4 on each console, you will guarantee yourself some money. $2,000 will go to the first place representative on each of the 4 consoles, $1,000 to second, third will get $500, and fourth will get $250. Those 4 first and second place will also book their ticket to Montreal. Now, once there, the club championship will take place. 5th through 8th will get $1,000 US each. Third and fourth will get $2,500. Second place will get $10,000 USD, and first place in this year's GWC will get $26,000. So guys, this is the biggies. If you have any questions in regards to the GWC, I'll try to help out whoever I can. Make sure you add me on Twitter at NoSleevesGaming, and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, as I will have relevant information about the GWC all throughout the tournament. Good luck to everyone trying to compete in this year's GWC, and I'll see you at the finals. Have a good one, guys.